everyone, and welcome to Osseo High School for CTN's live coverage of high school football. It's early October as we get into the late part of the Northwest Suburban Conference schedule, and the Osseo Orioles welcome the Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, a Coon Rapids team 0-6, but saw some sparks last week, and they're hoping they can come in against an Osseo team on a recent skid and maybe get some things straightened out themselves.
We talked about their defense playing well the last number of weeks, but finally last week their offense got going. And when I talked to Coach Young, that play at the end of the half where they fumbled the snap and they went in and got a score against them, it was really a deflator for them, and he felt that really was the game at that point.
It was.
They're looking at this matchup tonight with a real opportunity if they can continue to get their offense moving.
Well, you talk about the offense getting going, and this is a defense in Osseo that's given up at least 30 points in each of their last 3 games, all of which were losses. But you talked about it earlier, the Cardinal defense has been the story the last couple of weeks, keeping them in games, and so we're looking at one of their players as the guy to look to tonight.
Well, Coach Young said what we need to do is stop the run. McCoy Merkel, the leading tackler for the Cardinals, and he laid down a big hit last week, and they like to dish out the hits on this defense, so they want to be aggressive here tonight. We see a lot of blitzing from this squad.
And on the flip side, we talked about it. Osseo started out 3-0, have lost 3 in a row now, and sitting at 500. Couple games left in the regular season. And part of the reason they've hit the skids, the loss of their big back, Prince Crua, and he is back tonight.
Now, that was a huge key for Darren Lamaker, the head coach for Osseo. Said that getting Prince back really means a lot. This team is on a 3-game skid. They're looking to get a rebound here this evening against a Cardinal team that played earlier in the season. Their opening game on some turf, second game this year on this artificial turf.
That is not Ackerman out to kick this one away. They squib it to the near side and scooped up just in front of the 32 by Dazin Easterling, and he works his way out to about the 45-yard line. Great field position for the Orioles to start.
Well, that's how they wanted to start, with good field position. You're going to see them pound the rock here at the Cardinal defense.
So look at the offense up front. Beckstrand, Christopher, Williams, Ellert, and Jensen. Receivers are Hughes and Lunsford. Tharp, the tight end. Tailback is Crua, Kelly the halfback, and Gallard is the quarterback. They'll come out split formation, 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Handoff comes to Prince near side, and there's a face masking penalty on the first play of the game.
Yeah, we talked about infractions happening for Coon Rapids the last number of weeks. First plays getting a flag thrown against them. This was a nice stop by the defense. They didn't need to get that face mask there, and unfortunately the Cardinals are going to be penalized.
It'll be a 5-yarder as a gain of about 3.
George Wynn, our referee.
Sorry, Joe. From the 49. Pass comes near side, complete to Armstrong. He makes a couple of men miss into Coon Rapids territory, but stacked up about a yard shy of the first down is where he was when the whistles blew. Look at the Cardinals on defense. Lyons, Kauk, Howe, and Urias up front. Linebackers Ness, Ryle, and Scheck. And in the secondary, Cooper, Merkel, Crawford, and Shrippy. They do get the first down, 1st and 10 from the Coon Rapids 46. Handoff goes to Crua again. Big push from that offensive line, getting him down inside the 40 to the 39, a gain of 8.
Well, Joe, before he got hurt, Prince Crua was averaging 6 yards a carry, and that's an important cog to get back in your offense. You get an opportunity to get a back that has the forward push like that. Osseo really big across the front. Look at that line move, and look at Crua continue to keep those legs moving to get that extra yardage.
Pitch goes to Crua running right, trying to gain the edge. Not a lot there, but enough to get a first down. He's out of bounds at about the 28-yard line.
Creo had an issue with his knee. Certainly looks like he's running hard tonight. Doesn't look like that's been affecting him at all. Again, getting to the edge. Good job leading the blocks up front.
And of course, when I said 28, I meant 33.
Oh, everybody knew that's what you meant.
Croyan is the lone back now. Gillard drops back, throws left, speedy receiver behind the defense. And a stretch, but down at the 1-yard line is Martellius Hughes.
Hughes got behind the defense in a nice pass. And look at the protection he has, and then the quick release.
And he just blows past the coverage. Down at the half-yard line, they'll go I formation with Crua, the deep back. But Gillard will keep it himself, push his way into the end zone, and Osseo on the board early. Just less than 90 seconds into the game.
Well, what started as good field position on that kickoff quickly becomes a score for the Orioles. That's his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. And we talked about Osseo at one time was rated number 2 in the state. They started out 3-0 and have fallen on some hard times. They were dealing with injuries, dealing with depth problems similar to what Coon Rapids has. But they look strong coming out on their first drive tonight.
Dean Lum's extra point attempt is no good. Osseo leads 6-0.
Now, we talked about in the opening, Joe, as we see it again, just Gilliard with the push up front. I mean, he's got some big boys to lead the way. Not much Cardinals defensively can do about that. That's just forward momentum on a short gain. And then, of course, the extra point missed, and that's where our score stands at 6-0 here early in this contest.
And now that Coon Rapids offense really will be pushed to answer.
6 plays, 1:29 to go 56 yards. Gilliard with a little sneak from behind center. I guess they follow me wherever I go. Let's see if that circle will work tonight. Come on, give it to him. There it is. There it is. We're circling everybody.
Kick skips and will run out of bounds inside the 5. So Coon Rapids the option to take it at the 35.
Which they certainly will. It's a good starting for the field position for the Cardinals for their first drive, Joe. And we saw their offense click a little bit. And as you mentioned, it's going to be a little pressure here. Come back and see if they can get a tally.
Come on in the I formation. Handoff goes to Ness, the up back, and he gets 5 and falls forward for a 6-yard gain. As a look at the Cardinals on offense, Cal, Lovick, Leward, Getz, and Gilliard are the linemen. Lehman, Crawford are the running backs, or the wideouts. Martin with Tao and Cooper. Handoff, and bouncing away from the first contact is Cooper. Stiff arm gets him to the edge. And he should have enough for a first down.
Yeah, he does, and that's a nice run. And Coach Young and I were talking about Cooper and his game last week. Very, very electric player. When he gets some space, he's got some nice moves, and when he gets into the open, he's got some great speed.
Foley, Jenkins, Brown, Sloan, and Sherping are the linemen. Magner, Kramer, Russell, and Sumi in the linebacking core. Williams, Armstrong, and Porty in the secondary. Again, I formation on 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Ness, puts his shoulders down and moves ahead to the 49-yard line, a gain of 3.
Now, Coon Rapids dealing with some injuries of their own this season. Cody Kovalenko is going to get back into action tonight. Going to play some defense, and he's an important player to have in their lineup, Joe, if they have an opportunity.
Well, and he could be a very important player in the offensive scheme as well. But for now, it's Ness in front of Cooper. Cooper will get the carry, runs into the line hard, and push back after a very short gain.
Yeah, nice job up front. Nice job up front by the Osseo defense to stuff the middle. You're going to see it, just a good surge, good job at the battle at the point of attack.
Quick screen pass setup is complete. Tyler Sinnell will be very close to another first down.
He is very close. Again, just a little dump off, and Sinnell doing a nice job. Got a little bit of a block downfield, able to pick up. They're going to come out and measure it here. We'll see if he was able to get enough.
Orioles sniffed it out pretty quickly. And it is a first down for the Cardinals at the 44-yard line of Osseo.
Nice job by Sinnell just to get enough to move those chains. And it's all about confidence for this offense, too. The more they have the opportunity to move the ball and the more they continue to get first downs, they're going to gain more confidence. And Coach John Young talked about his players, what a great week of practice that they've had, and the kids really aren't showing any letdown in terms of the fact that they look at their record at 0-6.
Quick drop, looks left, throw is incomplete. Intended for Avery Lehman on the near side. And that's good quick move and release for Brandon Martin, something that we saw Howie at the beginning of the season. It took him a little bit longer to get those decisions made. Pitch goes to Cooper running right. Good pursuit. He's going to cut back against the grain. He's got some room. Gets a block for Martin. Still on his feet, evading tackles and spinning out near the sideline, right near the first down stripe.
Well, he is electrifying, no doubt. And you talked about Brandon Martin. He really didn't have to make a block. He just had to get in the way of the defensive player. And he just does such a nice job of changing direction and smartly gets around that edge, because when he has open field, he can use his speed, as you see there, and moves to get some additional yardage.
Going to be about a yard shy of the first down. 3rd and 1. Osseo stacking the box on 3rd and short. Handoff does go to the up back Ness. And he's going to be
close.
Incredibly close. He didn't get a lot, but he definitely leaned forward, pushes the ball out in front of him as he gets up from the bottom of the pile. But the refs have seen that trick before. They may be bringing the chains out again, and they are.
Yeah, they are. They would, because it is awfully close. I think they may be a little short. We'll see what. I'm just going by based on the chains on the far side. It's hard to tell.
I would have to imagine this is 4 down territory.
I would think so, especially if it's an inch or two. Oh, they got it. Good. By the nose, the tip of the football.
Back-to-back measurements, but 3 straight first downs, 2 on 3rd down conversions for the Cardinals.
Well, we talk about staying out of 3rd and long is so important. You know, 3rd and short situation is exactly what you want to be in, and they make it manageable, and you're able to move the chains. We've seen far too many times where the Cardinals have been 3rd and long, and this season, and it's difficult to get out of a hole like that.
Cortez Jackson now in as the deep back. Fake the give to him with time. Martin looking long over the middle, wants Crawford, and it's overthrown.
Good coverage on the play by Osseo.
Both Jackson and Ness head to the sidelines. Cam Lesnar is the flanker on the right. Deep back again is Snell. He gets the carry, and he's going to be stopped after a short gain. It'll be third down.
So now this is a situation, third a little bit longer, that tests your offense. As Jackson's going to check back into the lineup for the Cardinals. You know, we saw him earlier. He obviously another one of the Cardinal players that had been dealing with injury. And he's kind of been weeding back in and out of the lineup.
3rd and 8 for the Cardinals. They go to the pistol and timeout Coon Rapids.
John Young saw something he didn't like in the defensive formation. Decided it's a good thing to an important down like this, and we'd certainly like to answer the score from Osseo.
And for Osseo's defense, a big opportunity to come up with a stop. But again, 4-down territory. Coon Rapids trying to answer the opening drive score by the Orioles. Two straight 3rd down conversions for Coon Rapids. 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 1, now 3rd and 8. High snap, Martin gets it down. He's pressured and hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete.
Well, again, the high snap really threw the offense off there. To the timing of the play. And nice pressure by Cordell Russell. You see again, good job by Martin to bring it in. You know, the Cardinals have been having issues from snaps from center in the shotgun or the punt formation. I know those are some things that Coach Young has been working on as the season continues, but
well, now a big 4th and 8 from the 32. Man in motion is Cooper. Martin looking for him. Pass in and out of his hands. Incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Well,
they had him.
That's one he should have.
There.
Yeah, that's one he should have caught. I think he heard the footsteps coming behind him, and it would have been close had he been able to gather it in. But unfortunately, he could not.
So the Cardinals get a little bit of rhythm, but then
A little high snap there as well.
Stall on offense.
Yeah, I mean, that's one you need to bring in.
And Osseo will be able to start again with good field position. Their own 32-yard line. They have a 6-0 lead.
Well, Joe, now it falls back on the shoulders of the defense because they don't want to give up a score in this situation. They've fallen behind by 2 scores or more too many times this season.
Krua running around the left side. He's got a couple of blockers out there running away from first contact. And brought down after a good gain. He'll be
pick up at least 8 or 9.
8 or 9, yeah.
Now, Cardinals did their best to string that play out, but Krua with a nice job. I don't know if we have an injured Cardinal.
No, they're measuring.
Oh,
maybe they do.
Lions is hurt.
Reaching for his shoulder, not a good sign.
No, definitely not a good sign. And he's been playing well. He's been playing well this season, and certainly in spurts. And the young man his size is somebody important to have on that defensive front. We'll see if we can see where it happened. I mean, he also is coming in the back end of that play. Hopefully he's all right. Still down. Trainer attending to him. And Young has an opportunity to talk to the defense. We'll see it again. Let's see if that's a better angle. And he may have been just down on that shoulder. Yeah.
Down there.
It is the shoulder they're working on. He looks like he's in a little bit of discomfort. And Cardinals are lacking on depth as it is.
2nd and 1, quick pass complete near side to Armstrong, big hole. A lot of room to gain after the catch. One man to beat, stutter steps and in for the score. A 59-yard touchdown.
Oh, good block on the edge, and look at the speed on that receivers we're going to see in the replay. Just a great job getting past the defense. Armstrong, watch him cut in between two defenders and outrace Merkel. And he is just going to put that last move on Schrippe, because he's going to step into the end zone for the score.
Lom out to attempt another extra point. His first missed wide. Bad snap, but able to get it up in time and through. It's a 13-0 Osseo lead.
Well, Coach Young said we can't give up the big plays. That is a big play by the Osseo Orioles. Again, they strike for it relatively quickly.
Yeah, 37 seconds to go 70 or 68 yards. Yeah, that's
just the throw from Gilliard. But again, look at the blocking on the edge, and that was the key. Good block, down block on Cooper. And Armstrong again just putting one extra move on Schrippe to be able to get into the end zone to give the Orioles their second score of the evening. I mean, again, the speed. I mean, Merkel tried his best, but he doesn't have the speed to keep up with Armstrong. And the Joe Young-like move at the end to get into the end zone.
Well, the key was getting past those two corners.
Yep. Only 2 plays, Joe, to go 68 yards. Just 37 seconds, as you mentioned, off the clock. Armstrong's 59-yard touchdown reception. And the point after makes it 13-0 in favor of the Orioles.
Lum to kick off again. His first win out of bounds on the far sideline inside the 5. Good kick. Lehman has it bounce off him and he goes into the end zone for the touchback.
So the Cardinals will start their next drive with a long field. And had a bit of a drive cooking before it stalled, Joe. And then, of course, Osseo came back and answered quickly to now put the Cardinals in a 2-score hole.
First and 10 from their own 20. Handoff goes to Ness. Spins forward for a gain of about 2. Cardinals going to continue to push in the middle.
They're going to try and test that middle. Big number 84, Matthew Jenkins, just 6'5", 220. Similar size to Eric Lyons. Makes the tackle for the Orioles.
Handoff to Cooper, finds a little bit of space and falls forward just shy of the 30. It'll be 3rd and short.
Again, he has been the most dynamic player for the Cardinals this season, Brandon Cooper. You see the numbers so far tonight. 4 carries, 22 yards. Nice average for Coop.
Keeper for Martin. He nearly broke away. He got through the line. It took the safety to come up and actually stop him. And that'll be a first down.
Well, a good push from the offensive line up front to give him that opportunity to keep this drive going.
First and 10 from the 33. Man in motion is Lesnar. Handoff goes to Cooper. Hit at the line and stopped for a very short gain.
No, nice job up front by the Osseo Oriole defense. Led by Nick Norman, number 48, in on that tackle.
Second and 9. Handoff goes to Ness again, and he's tripped up immediately, falls forward across the 35. It'll be another 3rd and long situation.
Yeah, again trying that quick trap up the middle, but give credit to the Osseo defense. They're making sure that they keep that middle secure.
Third and 8. Pass incomplete. Crawford had a chance at it. I'm not sure if it was tipped. Quincy Williams, the safety, made a play on the ball.
I'm not sure if it was tipped, but I think that he got in his field of vision, but that was 6 points. They didn't be able to secure that. There was no defender to stop him. We'll see if we'll take another look at it. A nice pass. Yeah, that was just right. That was right off his hands. But I think a little bit, maybe a little field of vision issue, seeing that ball coming in, but that's right on your hands.
That's 2 drop passes for the Cardinals tonight that would have been at least first downs. Fair catch called for and made by Armstrong at his own 35-yard line.
Again, good field position for the Orioles to start this next drive.
And a big series here for the Coon Rapids defense. They have to come up with the stop in order to keep their team in this game. Armstrong coming to the near side on the run. No, that's not Armstrong. That's Martellus Hughes. On the sweep, picks up about 7.
Adam Ness coming in from his linebacker position to make the tackle on the play for the Cardinals.
Second and 3.
And nice move getting away from Sheck, but
handoff goes to the up back, and this is turned into a big run for Cordell Russell.
Well, I'll tell you, if it wasn't for McCoy Merkel, that would have been a touchdown. I mean, quickly through that second level of the defense, and watch Merkel come in and get an ankle top tackle before he has the opportunity to race to the end zone.
21-yard gain on the fullback dive. You gotta like that. Offset I formation in the backfield now. Handoff goes to Krua. Finds a gap off tackle to the right and has another first down inside the Coon Rapids 25 to the 24.
Yeah, this is the one thing that the Orioles, for the most part, have been doing is running the ball down the Cardinals' throats. That's what Coach Young was worried about today. We have to do a better job of stopping the run here. And so far, they don't have an answer.
13-yard gain. Gillard under center, straight I formation in the backfield with Russell in front of Krua. Armstrong, the receiver, wide to the right, and that's where Gillard's looking toward the end zone. What a catch over the top of Brandon Cooper. And that's a touchdown.
I mean, perfect throw, but he couldn't make a better catch. That coverage was great. Cooper had the ability right there, but wow, what an athletic play.
Second touchdown of the night for Demario Armstrong.
Now, plenty of opportunity to throw. Look, I mean, just look, go up and over Brandon Cooper. I mean, he was right there, step for step, looking at the ball.
Wow.
Cooper saying no, it went out of bounds, but they will
They go for the fake on the extra point. It's an incomplete pass attempt. Holder Zach Tyson.
There's head coach Darren Lampker.
Tried to throw to the back of the end zone. Intended for Christian Tharp. The flag flies, so they have another chance at the extra point.
On the defense, half the distance to goal, replay the try.
Appreciate our official wearing the microphone. Brings so much more action to the game, and you can hear the calls.
And with half the distance taken off, they will bring out the offense and try and make it a 21-point lead.
We'll see if Gilliard takes it up the middle like he did in the first score.
Well, they're not quite that close.
They're at the 2.
The 1.5.
Or 1.5.
But they were at the like 6-inch line.
I know they have big size up front. If they get that push, we'll see.
Handoff will go to Krua, and he has a touchdown.
Yeah, Gilliard didn't even need to look. He just came off the field once he handed the ball off. First, the pass play. Good protection up front. Had plenty of time to spot the receiver, and what a great catch.
Gillard, quick drop back, knew exactly where he was going all along. And yeah, you said it, put it up out of reach. Only chance anyone would have for it is Armstrong, and he went up over the top of Brandon Cooper and hauls in his second touchdown of the night, and then the 2-point conversion.
4 plays, 56 seconds off the clock to go 65-yard. Armstrong's, as you mentioned, second score of the night, 24-yard reception.
Took him less than a minute again, and just 4 plays to go 65 yards. Lum, a good high end-over-end kick back to the 2 is Brandon Cooper looking for that wedge and trying to find a way through, but he's tripped up just past the 20, and he's hobbling as he heads back to the sideline.
Yes, he is, and they can ill afford to lose that young man. He's so important to this offense. Now he's going to take a seat on the turf. We'll see if we can see it coming up here. Yeah, I mean, make the turn. Looked like he was stepped on by one of his own players.
Cardinals offense back on the field. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Just under 3 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. The Cardinals trail 21-0. High formation in the backfield behind Martin. Handoff goes to Cortez Jackson, and he is stopped for a loss by a swarm of orange jerseys.
Well, Cortez having a little bit of a difficult time getting it going since returning from injury. He's an important player if the Cardinals could get him going offensively. We saw what he did in the first game of the year against Hopkins. Seems like a long time ago already.
Cooper on the sidelines trying to stretch out that ankle. Meanwhile, play action. Martin on the bootleg has some room and now in some trouble, and he's got to throw that ball away.
He has to get rid of it. And there are 2 defenders right there. Norman in on the play for the Orioles.
Loss of 5 will set up 3rd and 16 from their own 15-yard line. On 3rd and long, Martin drops back, throwing right, looking for Crawford, picked off, and this one could be returned. A lot of orange jerseys in front. A race to the end zone, bumped out, but not before he crosses the pylon. That's Omar Port with the interception for 6.
That time Martin just threw that ball up, and it hung in front of Port. Did a nice job of picking it off, and as you talked about, a lot of orange jerseys in front of him to lead the way. You see it, that ball just hung looking for Crawford, and Port did a nice job of realizing he had that lane down the sideline.
And now Lum out to attempt an extra point.
Well, they didn't play well, Osseo, last week against Centennial, and Coach Lamker said, it's a team that's not happy. They're upset. He was hoping they'd come out and have a big start to this game, and we're still not out of the first quarter. And his squad up by 28. Yeah, Martin trying to get that first down, and you're going to see the pass just didn't have enough on it. And Port smartly saw that lane down the sideline and was able to take it in the end zone.
So now it's going to be Crawford and Lehman back deep to return. See Cooper walking the far sideline, still noticeably limping. Lehman from the 10. Looks to the middle, finds a lane, hit, and stopped right at the 30-yard line. Nice tackle on the play by Taven Yang.
Yang with a nice open field tackle, getting the congratulations from his teammates and his coaches. A good field position for the Cardinals, but that was a really nice open field tackle to save some additional yardage. Martin 1 of 7 for 7 yards in the interception.
And that first pass was the completion. Since then, he has gone 0 for 6. Couple were drops, though, passes that absolutely should have been secured by his receivers. On 1st and 10, they go with the quarterback sneak, and it fools him a little. He's out close to the 35-yard line, a gain of about 4.
See Martin just following his center. Pick up a few yards. Again, trying to get themselves out of 2nd and 3rd and long situations, which have been killing them.
Pitch goes to Jackson, sweep right. Good pursuit by the Orioles. He cuts back for a gain of a couple, but a flag on the field.
Yeah, I think this one's coming back. Yeah. Hold on the Cardinals. So again, puts him in a deeper hole. See if we can see the hold. Oh, that looked like a block in the back too, but
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Now it puts him in second and a whole bunch.
It's going to be second at about 18. Ball placed at the 23. Was that about not staying out of third and long situations?
Well, it's been a pattern for the Cardinals all season long.
Handoff went to Joey Bothwell for a short gain.
Cardinals using a number of different running backs, different up backs. See Bothwell getting a couple of yards, but now again third and very long. And this is a very similar situation to the play they were in the last time where he threw the interception.
Almost identical.
Yep.
10 yards further upfield, but 3rd and 16 for the second straight series.
Yeah, we'll
have to wait until the start of the second quarter before we see what the Cardinals come up with, and they need something in a big hurry. Osseo has blown the Cardinals away thus far. It's 28-0 at the end of the first quarter on CTN. So we march to the end of the field, and the Cardinals facing a 3rd and very long and need to find something. They had rhythm their first possession. They had rhythm. They came out, they moved the ball, and then that drive stalled, unfortunately, and they turned it over on downs. And since then, a couple of big Osseo plays, a couple of 3-and-outs, and an interception return for a touchdown. 3-1
time of possession. Yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me. Quick strikes for Osseo. But yeah, I mean, this is a Cardinal team that's not built to dig out of holes like this, and we've seen it far too many times this year. And they struggle, and they press a little bit. And now in 3rd and 16, we'll see exactly
all three
what
of their scoring drives were their longest scoring drive turned out to be, I think, the first scoring drive, which was just under a minute and a half. They run it with Snell on 3rd and long, and he gets a bunch, but not nearly enough. It'll be 4th and about 5 from the 36.
And Snell just bouncing to the outside. Good blocking up front, and does a nice job of cutting it up. But as you mentioned, certainly not nearly enough, but got a fair amount, but not quite enough to stretch the chains.
So Martin on to punt, standing at his own 21-yard line. Demario Armstrong is the return man. Good high end-over-end punt. Armstrong bobbled it after calling for the fair catch, but able to fall on it. Back at his own 17-yard line.
Yeah, Martin with a nice boot there in the face of a little bit of pressure. Armstrong going for that, they catch over his head and not able to bring it in.
So this is the worst starting field position thus far for the Orioles, but they have not, it has not really mattered that much.
It has not.
Because they have moved in big chunks of yardage. 1st and 10 from their own 17. They start with the ball. 11:19 to play in the half. They lead 28-0. They lost the ball in the backfield. Cardinals may come up with it. They got tricky. It was not a pretty play. It was moving all over the place. Tried a couple of different fakes. No, Osseo did recover, but way back at their own 7-yard line. A loss of about 10.
Well, at this point,
they fooled me. I wasn't sure where the ball was, but yeah, we're trying to get tricky all over. And
I mean, they have a 28-point lead. Just continue to.
I don't know that he was down.
Let's see it again.
Either way, it's going to be 2nd and 20.
Oh, he was so not down. He was hit before he had it up, before he landed on the ground,
and before he secured the ball. Timeout, Osseo. A little bit of confusion out there. Yeah, I don't know why, other than giving your team the opportunity to try some plays in a safer environment, but a game situation.
Yeah, but maybe not so much on that part of the field. I mean, they very well probably should have turned that ball over.
Inside their own 10.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you think we're gonna get a Monday night?
Tonight's armchair quarterback, Howie Shapiro.
Think we'll get another Monday night of sports night this week?
That's the plan.
I'm thinking so. Of course, we'll have highlights from this and tennis. We did some tennis this week. Had an opportunity.
Osseo in a big hole of their own making. 2nd and 20 from their own 7-yard line. Handoff goes to Krua, running around the left side, cuts back and has some room. And that's not Krua, that's 23, Tayshawn Kelly, with a nice gain out across the 20 to the 23-yard line. It'll set up 3rd and 5.
Well, Kelly was the primary back while Krua was out of the lineup. Was successful in his stead. Cardinals jump.
Well, it's a gain of 16 is good to see. Up 3rd and 4.
It's good to see Eric Lyons back in the lineup. But
by the snap, dead ball, offside.
So give him
on the defense.
Should give him a first down.
Absolutely. Out to the 28-yard line, and now that mistake is a distant memory. Kelly stays in as a single back. He'll get the carry, running around the left side. Lowers his shoulder and delivers a hit to gain a couple more yards.
And lowered his shoulder right into Dylan Shrippy. Bounced right off of him. You see it here. Watch 24 and a white come in. Bounced right off him, able to pick up a yard, additional yard after the contact.
Five-yard gain sets up 2nd and 5. Handoff goes to him again, and this time thrown down at the line of scrimmage, as you mentioned, by Eric Lyons.
Yeah. Now we talked about he's an aggressive young man. Comes in this situation, makes with a nice tackle.
And a big 3rd down here for the Osseo Orioles. Only their 2nd. Their first one, they got a free first down courtesy the offside. This time play action. Gallard throws, passes complete, and a big gain after the catch for Cordell Russell. He's out to midfield with a first down.
We saw Russell make a nice play earlier. Just a good job getting the ball outside to him and does the rest. Gallard with the nice throw on the run and does a nice job of turning it upfield.
I formation now in the backfield, and Gallard a straight drop, has time, throws long, looking for Armstrong. And did he haul that in? He did. What a catch down to the Coon Rapids 15-yard line.
We saw him make a great catch in the end zone. That was an excellent catch as he extends to pull in this ball.
$34-yard gain, another Osseo first down.
And just a nice job of getting behind the defense.
Pitch running to the near side is Kelly. Big hole. Touchdown, Osseo.
Yeah, they made that one look easy. You know, after getting back deep in there with the shadow of their own goal line. Did a nice job of bringing it out and getting the score. And they're continuing to run this total up on Coon Rapids.
Well, they just went 93 yards on 6 plays.
Yeah,
it was a 7-play drive, but the first one went backwards. And after that, they went 93 yards on 6 plays, aided by a 5-yard offside penalty against the Cardinals. Lum's kick is up. It is good, and Osseo leads 35-0.
Made it look easy, Joe Young. And after the Cardinal offense had a bit of a spark last week, we're not seeing much from it here tonight. The deeper they get into it, the deeper the hole they get into, the tougher it is, obviously, to gain the confidence to dig out. Yeah, once he had a huge hole to run through.
Lum set to kick it off again. Lehman to take it from the 11. Trying to bounce out to his right, and he's tripped up. Flag flies as he's stopped at the 21-yard line.
Let's see if this one goes against the Cardinals.
On a return, that part of the field almost
illegal
guaranteed.
Blocker hold. Six plays, 238. I'm sorry, 228 off the clock, 83 yards. Armstrong, 16-yard
return, block in the
touchdown
back.
run.
Return
7 plays.
10-yard penalty, first down.
I tripped up Harley and our graphics people by talking about the 6 plays they needed to go the 93 yards.
Yep.
I apologize for the part I played in the confusion. Either way, it's not a good stat.
No, it's definitely not a good stat. Unless you're not.
So after the penalty, the Cardinals start 1st and 10 from their own 11. Martin in trouble, throws it away, and he this time did not get out of the pocket. The flag flies. This will be intentional. Rounding half the distance and a loss of down.
No, it's Tyler George is the new quarterback for the Cardinals.
Oh, who was?
It's Tyler George now in under center.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
I thought he moved a lot, but he moved a lot one way and then came back to the near side and apparently did not get outside the tackle boxes.
Ineligible downfield on the offense, penalties declined. Intentional grounding on the offense, the penalties accepted. Lost it down, second down.
So they had an ineligible receiver downfield, which they declined. Yes, which they declined. So they obviously took the intentional grounding penalty.
Oh, it's 10 yards, not half the. Oh, because you can get that in there. So it's 2nd and 20 from the 1. That's not good.
No, that is not good.
Really not good.
That is going the wrong way.
By the way, you're trailing by 35. Handoff goes to Cortez Jackson up the middle.
There's another
and
flag.
Another flag flies as he's tripped up out at about the 8-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty, be enough for a first down.
And that's a big penalty. to give Coon Rapids a first down. Ball out to the 22-yard line. George's pass caught by Crawford. He's got a first down across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
And we saw a lot of that last week, that quick hitch across the middle. Nice throw from George to Crawford.
21-yard gain, first and 10 from the 43. Handoff goes to Jackson. Made the first man miss and gets out close to midfield. Second down.
Again, the Cardinals offensively up front, just opening a nice hole for Cortez. You see it again. Good job at the point of attack, opening up a bit of a seam for Jackson to get through.
Second and 4 from the 49. Handoff goes to Jackson again. Dives forward and he'll be close to a first down. It'll be third and short, I believe.
We'll see where they mark it. It looks like the officials are standing on the line where it's.
Oh, they gave him a nice spot.
Yeah, they gave him a really nice spot. That's awfully
That'll
close.
be a first down. I don't think they'll even measure.
Yep. Jackson 4 carries, 16 yards so far in the evening.
First and 10 from the 47. Handoff goes to Jackson again. Stretches forward. Gain of about 3.
A little bit of a seam, but defense quickly closes that hole.
Second and 7 from the 44. Lehman out wide left, Crawford wide to the right. Thompson is the man in motion. I formation with Bothwell as the up back. Straight drop, throws long, wants Crawford behind the defense, incomplete.
Well, he got rid of that quickly, didn't he? Actually had the opportunity. Crawford did manage to sneak behind the defense, but a little bit too much on it. Relatively third and long situation again for Coon Rapids.
Snell, the deep back behind Bothwell on 3rd and 7. Snell will get the carry, trying to cut back, forces his way forward to the 40-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 3.
No question, Cardinals spoke too soon.
Bringing the punting unit out. On 4th and 3, they trail 35-0. We're only midway through the second quarter. Tried the fake, direct snap to Snell, and it doesn't fool the Oriole front 7.
Well,
they stop him for a loss and take over on down.
The key to that play, the reason one of the reasons the Cardinals didn't get it was they were bringing a lot of players, a lot of pressure. And look at the orange jersey, a lot of pressure up the middle. Not an opportunity for Snell to gain positive yardage.
Great field position for this explosive Osseo offense.
Explosive is right.
quick hitch. Near side on the screen to Hughes, and he dives forward for a short gain.
Adam Ness coming over from his linebacker position to make the tackle for the Cardinals. Just a yard on the play.
Krua is the deep back. He'll get the carry on 2nd and long. Big hole off the right side. He's got a first down as he's spun to the ground inside the 45 at the 43-yard line of the Cardinals.
Well, I don't think his knee is bothering him at all. Nice change of direction to cut it in the middle to pick up some additional yardage. Saw that may not have a chance to gain that edge, but quickly able to change directions and cut up in the middle. See it there, looking to gain the edge. Now he'll cut up inside.
15-yard gain, and then on first down, the run up the middle for Russell doesn't go much anywhere. Gain of 2.
So far, Cardinals no answer for this potent offense.
Play action. Gillard with time, wants the long palm and nearly hauled in behind the defense by Hughes.
Hey, Gillard with good protection up front as well. Plenty of opportunity to spot him downfield.
Good coverage, the Cardinal defender with him step for step.
I mean, look at the protection up front, keeping Lions wide. And that was Dylan Schrippy. A little bump at the end of that play.
On 3rd and long, the handoff goes to Croy. He goes nowhere. The flag flies on the field.
And Merkel with the tackle, too.
And I'm going to guess this is a hold, I would assume you decline it. Chop block.
Yep. Must be senior night here at Osseo.
That's what the man said.
See the chop block right there. And Jack Scheck.
Early block below the waist on the offense. 15-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
With 15 yards, they will back him up. Put them back in their own 42-yard line.
Oh, don't be surprised to see the Osseos go, the Orioles go for it on this play. See if they can pick it all up in one play here.
3rd and about 26. Gillard pumps, then throws, picked off. Way to stay home on the play by Josh Kauk. And he's there for the pick.
One of the few smiles that the Cardinals can have here in this first half.
He stays
dropping
home
back in coverage just a little bit. Yep.
And he's there to take away the screen. Not a lot after the pick, but a big play for the Cardinals. 1st and 10 from the 38 of Osseo. Handoff up the middle for Joey Bothwell. Short gain.
And we're seeing Bothwell get a little more run as the up back for the Cardinals.
Down to the 35, a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Lesnar, the man in motion from left to right. Pass is incomplete, right through the arms of Jared Crawford.
Now, it's the third drop pass we've seen tonight by the Cardinals. Second by Crawford. Just a quick little throw, and that's one that he should have caught.
In some open space.
Yes, absolutely.
Middle of the zone. Handoff, Jackson met at the line and may get a half a yard on forward progress. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, again, Orioles defense not fooled by that play. Jackson a little slow to get up.
So 4th and 6 from the Osseo 34. Jackson heads out of the game. Snell and Bothwell in the backfield. Play action, George. Long to the left. Pass is broken up. And incomplete. It'll be another turnover on downs. Quincy Williams really wanted the interception, but it's actually better for his team to just knock that ball to the ground.
Absolutely. Lehman, the intended receiver. You see, but 2:13 remaining in the half. The Orioles with a big 35-0 lead.
Boy, he was close. He was closer to hauling that in than I thought.
Yep. I mean, you always want the interception, but you're right. That was one that is better that he dropped.
Gallard out of the shotgun. Cruay in the backfield with him. Rolls to his left. Throws. Pass picked off. Going back the other way. And a big hole. Shrippy is going to take it in for the score. Cardinals on the board. Pick 6.
It's 2 interceptions in the last 2 attempts. And Shrippy doing a nice job of bringing it to the end zone. Cardinals needed that. Get some sort of satisfaction out of this first half.
Just not a well-thrown ball. Shrippy right there. And no hesitation right down the sidelines for the score. Gallard came over and gave him a shot, but he's in the end zone.
Getting some love from his teammates. And yes, we did score. Got on the board. Seeing the smiley face, got to be happy about that.
They'll go for 2. Pass by Martin is complete on the far side. And the Cardinals convert the 2 points.
Goes to Lehman. So with 2:02 remaining, the defense comes through with another interception. This one for a score. Cardinals get their first tally of the evening. Yeah, he had, I wasn't sure who he was putting this up to, just a wounded duck. Receiver fell down, but I mean, he wouldn't even had an opportunity for that ball. And Shrippy doing a nice job of bringing it to the house. Took a big hit at the end of that.
And that almost could have been a 15-yard penalty right there, because he was clearly across the goal line before that hit was delivered. I thought it was a little bit further out, but no flag, no foul.
That's right.
Touchdown, Coon Rapids, 35-8 the score in favor of the Osseo Orioles. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And again, the kick is handled by Noble Rainville. And it's returned out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, good field position. Let's see if the Orioles are thinking about going back and getting a score here in the last 2 minutes before they go to break. Try and make up for that last miscue.
Well, they've definitely got the kind of offense that can get the 59 yards they need in a minute 54.
Without a doubt. They can get it on one play.
Gillard up under center. Pitch goes to Kruer running left. Cuts back to find a little space and falls forward to the 47-yard line, a gain of about 6.
Yeah, just not quitting on that run. Kruer doing a nice job of able to stretch it for a couple of more. Merkel stayed with him, ended up bringing him down.
Gillard taking his time, 2nd and 4. Quick throw complete to Hughes on the near side. He'll get the first down, step out of bounds at the Cardinal 42-yard line.
Again, you just get that, you get your some of your speed guys in open space like they have been all night. Just a quick little throw to the outside, and he's able to turn it upfield for that first down. Three receptions for 44-yard for Martellus Hughes on the evening.
High formation in the backfield on 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Kruer, and he's going to gain about 3.
Clock continues to move down to the end of the first half.
Second and 7, another quick receiver screen to the left for Hughes. Made one man miss, but he's going to be short of the first down. And Osseo will take a timeout. Their second.
Cardinals did a nice job of just making sure they kept him in bounds. He's a bit of a limp for Martellus Hughes.
You can watch CTN Productions in full, in HD.
How's that? How do you do that?
YouTube.
On
Anywhere
YouTube.
in the world. YouTube.com/CTN Studios.
Got a new watcher from the West Indies today. So thank you for following us.
Osseo with a 3rd and 2 situation. You see the clock at 47 seconds remaining in the first half. They have a huge 35-8 lead.
Two of 3 on 3rd down for the Orioles here in the first half.
Handoff goes to Kruer. Big hole right side, first down as he stretches to the 24-yard line.
Well, they're going to have to hustle the line if they want to get an
Well, they
opportunity.
should stop for the chains to move.
They still have to hustle the line.
Correct. Got the ball off quickly. A lot of time for Gillard. Throws complete to the left. Armstrong trying to make another man miss and forced out of bounds near the 12-yard line. Flag flies, and that's probably going to be half the distance.
Yeah, a little frustration on the behalf of the Cardinal defense. Draws the flag.
after the play. Personal foul on the defense, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Got to put the ball at the 5-yard line, 29 seconds. First and goal. And the Orioles do still have a timeout.
Coach Lamker very, very animated on the sideline.
Nowhere for Crua to run on that one. He's going to lose a yard, and Osseo will take that last time out.
Ness and Crawford on a nice play defensively for Coon Rapids, making the tackle. As you mentioned, with 22 seconds now left in the half, they will take that timeout, talk about what they want to do here. But watch, I believe Ness had the first shot on him. He did, and then Crawford came and helped finish him off. Oh, we told you we're on Facebook. Did we tell? Well, I don't know if we talked about Facebook.
Might have.
We might have.
We may have.
But we haven't talked about Twitter.
If we haven't, we are on Facebook.
We are. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. You'll find out what's going on around the CTN studio scene around the Coon Rapids area. Not just sports, but news as well. Make sure you follow us. It's very important.
Osseo in complete control here with 22 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 35-8 lead. Second and goal from the 7. Coon Rapids' only score coming just a couple of minutes ago. Interception returned by Dylan Schrippy. On second and goal, the pitch. And I'm surprised they ran it.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well.
And ran it long around the end. And lost yardage.
Yeah, now you're third down with time running out. You're gonna have to throw one to the end zone.
It's exactly what they do, and it's incomplete as the buzzer sounds. But Osseo will go to the locker room with a big 35-8 lead. Coon Rapids offense, after a decent opening possession, stalled deep in Osseo territory, have had very few signs of life. We'll take a break and be back with first half stats and highlights after this. You're watching live high school football on CTN.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it! I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
High School, the Orioles with an explosive offense, especially in the first quarter, just jumped out to a huge lead, and they're very comfortable there as we reach the half, 35-8 in their favor.
Yeah, you know, Cardinals able to get a score in that first half and got a little momentum on their side, but Orioles come right back down and score and build that lead. Back up. Certainly, this is an opportunity for Coon Rapids to see if they can continue to work on their offense. It'll be interesting to see who's under center to start the second half when the Cardinals have the ball.
Yeah, the Orioles came out firing on all cylinders. Long gainer down to the 1 yard line to Hughes and then pushed in by Gallard. That got him on the board first. Then they get the big explosive screen play to Armstrong. Near side went 50 plus. One of his 2 touchdowns in that first half. Osseo's offense on the field for all of the scoring in the first half.
A great catch coming up here. Armstrong just going up and over Cooper.
And then a big hole left side for Kelly, and he scrambles in from the 16. The Cardinals score, as I mentioned, coming on the interception by Dylan Schrippy. With about 2 minutes to go, Osseo came back down in the final minute, but could not get the score before the break. Coon Rapids will get the ball back, but they trail 35-8 to start the third quarter.
317 total yards of offense for the Orioles, just 108 for Coon Rapids.
And I'm not sure how much of that, but a lot of that on the opening drive.
Yeah, a lot of it as well, absolutely on the opening drive. A couple of turnovers by the Orioles, and I'm sure that's one thing that Coach Lamker, not happy with is the turning the ball, especially for the score, the defensive score for the Cardinals.
Well, and on back-to-back offensive snaps.
Yes. I thought, defense hasn't played, neither defense or offense played like as well as they did last week.
Well, we will take a break and see if the Cardinals can get things turned around in the second. They will start with the ball when we return. You're watching live high school football on CTN.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice.
And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Bring this sweet.
Set to get this second half underway. Lum to kick it off for the Orioles. And Coon Rapids, again, opening possession, got some rhythm, moved the ball deep into Osseo territory only to have that drive stall. And since then, not a lot of anything on the offensive side of the ball. Lum's kick well into the end zone for a touchback.
Well,
and the Cardinals will start from their own 20.
Okay, we'll see who is under center for Coon Rapids. I think it's going to be Martin to start the second half. Yes, it is. So Tyler George gets him run in the first half.
Well, and both teams with an interception return for a touchdown in the first half. Nice little route for Avery Lehman to make the catch, forced out of bounds after a gain of about 7.
The offense just needs some positive things to happen. As you mentioned, they were able to move the ball on their first drive, but you have to get points from those drives, and they haven't been able to do so yet here tonight. But as you mentioned, a nice little out to Lehman, make it second and short.
Jackson is the deep back behind Bothwell. 2 receivers left. Man in motion is Cooper now, left to right. Handoff goes to Jackson. Big hole, burst of speed. Chased down from behind as he gets to the Osseo 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's what the Cardinals have missed. Now, hopefully he's not. He's a little ginger getting up. He's going to come. I think they'll take him out, but we'll see that at the end of this play, May have come down hard on that knee. Yeah, he went down. He went down.
And he's laying down on the field now, and they're going to bring the trainer out to have a look.
I think it was that right knee. Yeah, he's in a lot of pain.
Not a good sign.
No.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with more. You're watching high school football live on CTN.
Good one, son.
Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing. Wow!
I'm so proud of you, son.
And then we went on Thunder Shark. That was awesome! Let's go again. 3 times. I gotta say, it was pretty cool.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Oh, not again.
Jackson being carried off the field.
I think it's the knee. You know, he's not putting any weight on his foot. It looked like he was holding his knee earlier. Well, we certainly hope he's okay. After a really nice run.
Snell is the deep back down, 1st and 10 from the Osseo 38. Handoff goes to Bothwell. And he is going to push his way forward for a short gain.
Well, Cardinals would like to come down on this first drive and collect some points.
Second and 9 from the 37. Out of the shotgun, Martin hit, avoids, and now sacked. And is going to lose about 8 yards.
Yeah, Osseo defense bringing a blitz. Not much Martin could do. Tried to step up and threw it.
And now Osseo with a player down on the field. Matthew Jenkins.
He had initial contact on Martin.
Looks like they're looking at his shoulder.
Yep.
It seems to be all right.
Seems to be okay. Yep, absolutely. He can't stay in. Yeah, he was looking to stay in. There's no way he can stay in. Cardinals 3 of 9 on 3rd down.
This one will be 3rd and 16. They had back-to-back 3rd and 16 plays on 2 consecutive drives last half, and the second one ended up being returned for a touchdown on the interception. Cooper goes in motion left to right. Handoff goes to Snell. He's met at the line and gains maybe a yard. It'll be 4th and forever.
Yeah, that play fooled nobody on the Osseo defense. They tried to get the quick hit up the middle. Defense strong for the Orioles up front and in the middle. Did a nice job of bringing them down.
Cardinals going to bring in the punting unit. Try and pin the Osseo Orioles in deep. Hughes, the deep back, standing at about his own 12-yard line. Martin to punt. High snap, able to bring it down, nearly blocked. but got it away. It'll take a Cardinal roll. Headed for the sidelines and out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Good punt for Brandon Martin.
Getting pressure by the special teams for the Royals, as you mentioned, almost blocked that kick, but Martin able to get rid of it.
Officiating
getting the uniform dirty.
It's a tough job. Be 1st and 10 for the Orioles from their own 9-yard line. Handoff goes to Armstrong, running the sweep to the left, gets around the corner. He's got crazy speed, cuts back, and he's spun around and down at about the 43.
Yeah, he really does have
That'll
some
get
speed.
That'll get you out of a hole real quick.
Yeah, exactly. A little shaken up, I think, at the end of this play, but again, getting wide and then using that speed to cut up field.
And he's limping his way to the sideline, and that's not a good sign for the Osseo Orioles. Is a flag on the play?
Off or not.
So instead of being a gain of what,
holding
30
on the offense, half the distance to the goal, still 1st down.
Get the Orioles for a hold, half the distance to the goal line.
So instead of being 1st and 10 from the 42, negating a 33-yard gain, it'll be 1st and 15 from the 4. Handoff goes to Cruy. He comes through the hole and spins down very close to a 1st down, and I think he may have it.
Right, again, doing a nice job of getting.
Boy, he's got
out.
speed to get through that hole.
He does. He's got such quickness, and they certainly have missed him in the last few games being out of the lineup.
And it is the 1st down out to the 19-yard line.
Just a quick burst of speed, able to pick up that 1st down.
They'll go to Cruy again. This time not as much of a hole there, but the offensive line able to push their way forward for a gain of about 3.
Yeah, we talked about they have some size up front for the Orioles, and they're again able to push that defensive front backwards for Coon Rapids, pick up a few yards.
Cruy out of the ball game. Kelly, the deep back now.
And Kelly has some speed of his own.
Tashawn Kelly will get the carry. Nice hole for him. Able to shake it outside. And he's got another 1st down across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
They definitely have some weapons on this Osseo team. Very good athletes, very good speed. Kelly going to break free of a tackle to pick up that 1st down. Just good hard running.
First and 10. Handoff in the middle, and it's turned over to the Cardinals. And it's Kovalenko coming up with the ball.
It's first, he came in on defense. We talked about that in the beginning of the game, an opportunity for him to get back on the field after being banged up a little bit. He comes up with the fumble recovery. Good field position for the Cardinals. That check put the hit on him, forcing the ball loose.
And I don't know that Lisinski was ever able to secure this ball before getting hit. The Cardinals will start 1st and 10 from the Osseo 40-yard line. 8:05 to play here in the 3rd quarter. They trail 35-8. Cooper, the deep back now, he'll get the carry on first down, and he is going to lose a yard as the Oriole defense was swarming to the middle.
Yeah, and they did a nice job of taking the offensive line out of the play with pressure.
You see Jenkins is back in the action and in on the play.
He did miss a lot of time. They were looking at his shoulder earlier.
Well, you saw he was ready to.
Yeah, he wanted to stay in the game.
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. Pitch goes to Cooper running right. A lot of orange jerseys able to shake and get upfield, but it'll still be 3rd and long from about the 38-yard line.
Yet another third and long situation for the Cardinal offense. Cooper with a nice move just to pick up some positive yards.
Could have easily been another loss.
Yes, it could have.
But instead, 3rd and 7 from the 37. Martin looking to his left. Now has to scramble, steps up and runs to his right. And he's going to be stopped just short of a first down.
Yeah, they'll be about a yard short. Again, looking for a receiver, good coverage to step up into the pocket and realize that the best opportunity for him to take off with the ball. Just short of that first down.
And the Cardinals jumped. Going for the quarterback sneak, but movement on the line will bag him up. It'll be 4th and 5.
Prior to snap, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Hey, you talk about making it a little more difficult for yourselves. I mean, those are totally avoidable situations, and you jump at the count. You see it right there.
You mean 4th and 1 is easier than 4th and 6?
I would think a little bit
Come
anyway.
on.
No, it depends.
Just looking for a challenge, boss.
Well, they've got one.
Out of the shotgun now is Martin on 4th and 6. Pressure coming, pump, sacked. And for the 3rd time tonight, the Cardinals turned it over on downs. Orioles will take over at their own 41-yard line.
Well, after getting good field position on the fumble recovery, Cardinals offense goes nowhere.
Yeah, actually, they will give it back a yard behind where they took it over. They took it over at the 40, and they will give it back at the 41.
Not what you want to do.
They were able to take a couple minutes off the clock.
So you got that going for you.
It's about all you got going for you. 1st and 10 for the Orioles from their own 41-yard line. Handoff goes to Krua, and he is stuffed up in the backfield.
Jack Scheck making a great play. Coming in from his linebacker position to make the tackle for a loss. And one of the few times they've lost yardage. But look at Scheck coming to your picture, unblocked.
3-yard loss makes it 2nd and 13. Yeah, they haven't been stopped much tonight.
They have not.
Now on 2nd and long, Krua is one of the 3 receivers on the right. Kelly is in the backfield. He'll get the carry, looking for room on the left, cuts back toward the middle. He'll get back across the original line of scrimmage, but it'll still be 3 and about 10.
Yeah, 3rd and long now situation now for the Orioles. Haven't been in too many of those tonight. Just 4 yards on the play by Kelly.
Yeah, they haven't faced a lot of 3rd down situations, period, but much less 3rd and 10. Looking to throw left side, complete. Armstrong turns up, has the first down into Cardinal territory at the 35-yard line.
Oh, he's so good after the catch. Has great moves and great speed. We've seen it quite a few times here tonight.
24-yard catch and run.
Watch it again. Good protection. And the throw to Armstrong going to shake Shrippy before Merkel can bring him down.
On first down, the handoff up the middle is going to gain about 6 yards for Krua. Timeout Osseo before the snap.
Yeah, it was a little miscommunication getting that play in from Coach Lamker, and thought wisely just to slow it down, take a timeout, and talk about it. With 3:34 remaining in the third quarter, 35-8 lead for the Osseo Orioles on their homecoming, where
it's been a happy.
Is the king. Prince has now become the king.
Prince is the king.
Yes.
King Krua.
King Krua.
King Prince Krua.
Sounds like an Elvis movie. Hey, King Krua. You do a better Elvis than I did.
That's not saying much. Yeah, King Prince Krua has had a nice evening.
That's going to trip you up for a little while. It's jersey night for the Cardinal fans. There were the kids wearing their jerseys here, ballpark.
And now on 2nd and 4 from the Coon Rapids 29. Gallard up under center. Play action, rolls out, throw is complete. And immediately ridden out of bounds is Trent Lisinski.
So
oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Christian Tharp.
Maybe a yard short. And just a quick little throw to the outside, trying to pick up that first down. Good job by Carter Shrippy to come in and make the tackle, just short of the marker.
It'll be 3rd and 1. Handoff goes to Krua, hit in the backfield, but able to escape and get the first down to the Cardinal 22-yard line. Kelly in as the deep back. He gets the carry and a nice hole for him up the middle. Another first down to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Well, they've been doing that all night as that offensive line opening holes for a number of running backs for the Orioles. Lewis and the King.
The King.
The King.
So 1st and goal from the 10. Kelly stays in as the back. He'll get the carry right side. And not a lot there. He's hit immediately by Ness. Gain of a couple.
Well, again, they're not in a hurry to score at this point. They'll just continue to take the time off the clock and march down the field to put points on the board.
Throw goes outside to Armstrong, and Cardinals bring enough bodies that there's no way he's getting away down the sidelines. They're not going to let him get to the end zone again, or try not to.
Well, we've seen him make a number of athletic moves tonight.
Gain of a yard, 3rd and goal from the 7. He's got 2 touchdowns. One he did with speed, one he did with hands.
Yeah, that was a great catch. Nice throw as well, right where it needed to be.
And again, on all aspects, it was a great throw.
Yeah,
good protection.
Good coverage, too.
Great coverage is where I was going to go with that. Is, you know, Cooper was there, had a hand up. Armstrong made a great play on the ball. They go the reverse to Armstrong. He's got Gallard out there leading the way, and he's in for the score.
His 3rd tally of the night. And Armstrong just getting around to the outside and making it look pretty easy to get into the end zone. Good blocking at the point of attack, good blocking on the edge. Provide that corner for him.
Lum out to attempt the extra point. It is up. It is definitely high enough, long enough, and straight enough. It's a 42-8 lead.
Yeah, just 1:08 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And again, just they tried that play earlier where they had the miscue, but this time Armstrong able to take it to the end zone. Ten plays, 457, 59 yards, 7-yard Armstrong TD run. Let's see if we got the circle going. We got the circle going. Come on, boys. Give it to me. There it is. All right. Still not over. I love the confidence in the fans. Don't want this one to end.
.108 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Another good kick by Lum into the end zone for the touchback. Cooper out there, and I assume he is going to handle the tailback responsibilities the rest of the evening, with Cortez Jackson being helped off the field and perhaps the rest of the season.
Yeah, we're hoping he's okay, but he was definitely favoring that right leg.
Instead, they're using him in the slot on the right. A bad snap, scramble for the ball.
See who has it. The Cardinals able to get the ball back.
Yep. Snap went well to his right, and then it hits Sennell, who is stepping up to take on his blocking assignment. It's going to be a loss of about 3, 2nd and 13. Handoff goes to Sennell. Goes to his left, and a gain of 2, 3rd and long.
We'll see if they get another play off before the end of the 3rd quarter. They should be able to.
2, 1, and
There it is.
So we will have a 3rd and long situation for the Cardinals when we start the 4th quarter, and that's coming up next on CTN. Big lead for the homecoming crowd here at Osseo High School.
It's been a tough season for this squad. Specifically that man right there. Been a tough year trying to get on that winning side of the ledger.
And the road certainly is going to get easier next week with Totino. The pass is incomplete on the left side and intended for Avery Lehman, and even had he caught it, he would have been down well short of a first down. So now Martin standing at his own 5-yard line to punt this one away.
A few of the fans starting to leave a little bit early.
High snap. Martin able to bring it in. Good boot. He's going to get a great roll. 2 positives so far this evening for the Cardinals. You said it's hard to find positives.
Yep.
Here's your positives. Dylan Trippy, interception return for a touchdown.
The punting game.
And the punting of Brandon Martin. He's had a couple of nice punts. Angled one out inside the 10-yard line.
Yes, he
this
did.
One,
nice, got a nice
pushed
roll.
him back
Yep.
after his team's back deep. I'm looking.
We're
doing what I can.
We need to find as many positives as we can.
Still, the Orioles pretty decent field position starting from their own 31-yard line. 11:45 to play in this one. And should the Orioles score again, we would move to running time. Handoff goes to Croy. He's going to gain a couple, but the flag is going to move this one back.
Yeah. Indication of holding, I believe.
Looks like it was Alfonso Balea on the carry. Just a sophomore promoted to the starting lineup, the varsity lineup.
On the offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
You get that hold. Oh, there it is right there. Pretty obvious.
And instead of second and about 8, they're going to have first and about 22.
Hey, come back here.
Roughly 22-ish. Bea will stay in the backfield. He'll take it on the pitch to the left, trying to find some blockers to run behind, but Cardinals with good pursuit only give up a gain of 2, second and very long.
Well, it's nice as a sophomore you can get some minutes on the varsity squad here late in the contest with a big lead, but you get that opportunity to get that young man some experience.
Gillard still in under center. Second and about 19. Pitch is behind Balea. Had to reach back for it. Reverses field. And able to turn a negative into a positive back out close to the 30-yard line. It'll still be 3rd and long.
Yeah, he gets the pitch, and it's a little off. He was able to bring it in and then reverse field. As you mentioned, pick up some nice yardage.
Gain of 8 will set up third and about 12. Fake the pitch, counter inside, doesn't fool the Cardinals. And Tharp is wrapped up quickly. 4th down, and this will be the first punt of the night
for the
Osseo Orioles. Tharp a little ginger on that right leg as he walks to the sideline.
There you see the time remaining, 9:43 in the contest. Big lead for the Orioles as they're going to break their 3-game losing streak to move to 4-3 and 3-3 in the conference.
Gillard ready to punt this one away, standing at his own 15. Good high end over end kick, and Cooper let it bounce. And it takes an Osseo roll. It'll be down at about the 21-yard line. It was like he wanted to field it, and then I don't know if he lost sight of it or took his eye off it or what happened, and then he let it bounce.
And fortunately, he didn't touch it.
It took a huge Osseo roll.
Yeah, unfortunately, he did not touch that.
Back the Cardinals up to their own 21-yard line.
George back at quarterback for the Cardinals. An opportunity to run this offense here in the last 9:34.
Bothwell in front of Snell in the eye. Quick throw left side, well overthrown, intended for Jared Crawford. No, Avery Lehman.
Yeah, George, he definitely gets rid of the ball quickly. There's no doubt about it. Doesn't waste a lot of time to get the release.
Omar Port had the interception return for a touchdown back in the first quarter.
He did.
He was there in coverage with Avery Lehman on the left side. 2nd and 10 now. Man in motion is Lesnar. Handoff goes to Bothwell, and he's going to gain about 4.
Again, trying to get some yardage in that quick play up the middle. Puts him in a 3rd and long situation again this evening.
Third and 7 for Coon Rapids from their own 24. Play action, George looking to the right side and wanted Cooper down the sideline and overthrown out of bounds.
That'll force the Cardinals to punt again.
They don't get 5?
No. Not at this point in time.
5 down territory. Even the whiteboard is speechless. Martin standing at the 10. Another pretty good punt. This one angled to the far sidelines. And will take a good roll for the Cardinals before getting out of bounds or being down right at the 31-yard line.
I think same place that they started the drive the last punt.
Did I mention good punting?
Yes, we did mention good punting.
Just throw that out there. Not a lot has changed in the story since the last good punt.
But a good punt nonetheless.
It was. I feel much like the whiteboard.
You have nothing to say?
Not much.
New quarterback for the Orioles, Zach Thiessen, sophomore.
Handoff goes to Balea, and he's going to have a first down.
A sophomore quarterback handing off to a sophomore running back. Look at the future of the Osseo Oriole program, maybe.
Fullback is Todd Sutton. He's listed as 5'9", 210.
A bowling ball.
They're going to use him to block up the middle for Balea, but Lyons and Kovalenko got around behind the blocking and brought him down for a very short gain.
Lyons also in on the tackle for the Cardinals, and the moving Kovalenko.
I did say that.
You said Kovalenko. Did you say Lyons?
I said
okay.
Lyons and Kovalenko. If you listen to me.
What?
2nd and 8 now for the Orioles. Who are we playing? Handoff goes to Balea again. They're going to get him plenty of touches here late in the game. Goes off tackle to the left, gain of a couple more. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, why not? Give them some work. I mean, they're going to just continue to run the ball, take time off the clock with this large lead.
Third and about 5. Handoff again to Balea and a nice hole left side. He's got a first down to the Coon Rapids 42-yard line.
They're doing a good job up front. Against, I would say, a fairly tired defense.
They've been out there a bit.
They have.
Of course, a lot of two-way players on this Cardinal squad.
That is correct.
Handoff goes to Balea, trying to run around the left edge. Lowered is his shoulder.
It's nice to entertain yourself.
It's a gain of about 7. Well, when all of a sudden your job's to talk, okay? You can't find a job in America much easier than that, right?
That's right.
Your job is to talk, and when even that becomes too difficult, it's going to be a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Handoff went right side this time to Trent Lisinski, his 2nd carry of the game, and not a lot there again. 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short, and again, with time ticking away, they're happy just running this football.
Joe, traffic.
I almost tripped one of the Osseo coaches coming through.
A lot of traffic going through here. 3rd and 3. Quick drop pass is complete left side. We'll have to wait and see where they spotted Dante Jones
they
they
have first down.
Catch. And that will be a first down.
Again, just a little receiver screen, picking up the first down.
Only throw when you have to.
Absolutely.
Handoff, Balea again, and Coon Rapids collapses on defense. A short gain off the left side.
Now this gives your younger players some opportunity. We've talked about that. And anytime you're up big, you have the opportunity to get some players in that typically we may not play if the game were close. And especially some of the younger players. We've talked about both the running back and the quarterback for the Orioles, just a couple of sophomores.
Not quite sure how Balea snuck underneath that pile, but he somehow snuck through a little bit of a hole and picked up about 5 yards.
Let's see the blocking up front.
He goes right underneath him,
He's
though.
getting low. He's just getting
under
low.
Under you, and carry you forward, and 3rd and 3. And as you mentioned, they'll take their time, get the play in, make sure that they have the right play, everybody on the same page. Keep running the football. Running the clock. And now a timeout. As soon as I talk about running the clock. But you've got plenty of room for error when you're up 42-8 with 3.5 minutes to play.
I would say so.
And as you talked about, teaching moments for the younger players, the future of the program. Stop things, talk about it, make sure everybody knows what they're going to
because a year from now, 2 years from now, you may be in that situation where you remember what to do.
I'm rarely in the situation where I know what to do.
Yeah.
Nasher doodles. Nash Jensen. Nasher doodles.
Got his own section, fan section.
As he should with the nickname like Nasher Doodles.
Sounds like a snack. Pass me the Nasher Doodles, please. Cardinal faithful, always doing their best.
Rolling out is Thiessen and running himself around the left edge for the first down.
And importantly, keeps the ball in bounds. Coach Lamker happy with that one. Smile on his face. And
only needed 3, picked up 8. Cardinals bit hard on the fake as they had gone almost entirely with Balea on this drive. 1st and 10 now from the 15. Handoff, Balea slips a couple of tackles, breaks loose, touchdown Osseo.
Boy, once he got past that initial surge, look at the speed he turned on to get to the end zone.
Yeah, he's got wheels.
Yes, he does.
That could be a dangerous weapon for the Cardinals to try to defend against for the next couple of seasons. Kick is good. It's 49-8.
Big lead now for the Orioles.
Bigger.
Much
it was
bigger.
already pretty big.
Big lead. Again, just a nice run, getting behind the defense for the score.
41 is a pretty big lead.
Yes. Of course, his first touchdown at the varsity level.
Wasn't even on the printed roster.
No.
One of the coaching staff came over and informed us of the number change, and we appreciate that greatly, especially since he did find the field and played a significant role here down the stretch.
$11 plays, 5:36 off the clock, 69 yards on the field. Cabela 15-yard run.
Well, they go to a different kicker as well, and they go with the squib kick. Bobbled, picked up at the 11. Lehman trying to run around the right side. Gets to the 30 and down at about the 33-yard line.
So with 2:50 remaining, Cardinals again will have to regroup, and if they thought this was a tough one tonight, they come in at home game, final home game of the season against Totino Grace next week, conference leader.
Handoff left side, and short gain on the play. Jaron Rice with the carry. Coon Rapids getting some other guys some looks here as well. Gain of 4.
That's always good. You get an opportunity to get some other kids in the game. We talked about that as well. Teaching moment not just for the Orioles, but also for the Cardinals.
Give it to Rice again, and he goes forward to the 43-yard line, a gain of 3 more. Set up 3rd and 2.
Cardinals are going to fall to 0-7.
Play action, George rolls out, in trouble, steps up, avoids the pressure, stumbles, and taken down, and he's going to be very close to the first down. He should have it.
You can see able to pick it up, a little stumble over his own foot.
Oh, the defender got it.
I thought it went off his own foot.
The defender got a finger on it.
We'll call it the defender got a finger.
Defender got a hand on him. It was there. Play action, George wants to go long on the left, and that'll be interference typically when your receiver is on the ground. That's, yeah, doesn't work that way.
Typically not.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Give the Cardinals a free first down at the 39-yard line of Osseo. Clock continues to tick away, down under 30 seconds remaining. Could be the final play of the game. Hand off to Rice, he goes nowhere.
Yeah, and that will be the final play of the game.
Cardinals are going to try and stamp it one more time. Horn sounds before they get the play off, and Osseo, a happy homecoming crowd with a 49-8 win.
Nice crowd enjoying this, Osseo crowd certainly enjoying this game, and a happy homecoming night here in Osseo, and you see the final 49-8 in favor of the Orioles, and just a domination by this team for the most part from start to finish. And we talked about the Cardinals having a nice opening drive, but weren't able to do much offensively, able to get their one score on a defensive touchdown off an interception.
And the road only gets more difficult. Division-leading Totino Grace coming to Coon Rapids next Friday. Before that, we've got girls volleyball at Andover on Tuesday. And then girls soccer playoffs start on Tuesday, the 13th. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Osseo, it's the Orioles 49, the Cardinals 8. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young. Say good night.